We're back on Timeless Performers with Michael Loos of Loos Change Films, and we have Kelsey Lee, the aspiring wonderful actress that is the teen expert on our radio show as well as acting, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how many films have you done, Kelsey?
So far only one, but
One?
I'm sure I have many up on the works.
Right. What do you think about what you'd like to do in the future? Do you want to just be an actress, or do you want to be behind the scenes, directing, producing?
I have written a story, and it's kind of like my baby, if you would say, because I tore a little piece of myself into the writing, so I want to be a writer as well as a director.
Right.
So
sometimes those are challenging in themselves. I mean, think of Angelina Jolie with the picture that she did just recently. Can you remember that, Mike?
I believe that was Fury.
Fury, right. And for her to do that, it was accepted to a point, but it didn't win every single award, did it? So is it tougher for women?
They say that it is.
Right.
The truth is, I'm the wrong person to ask, Kathryn. You know, we're surrounded by wonderful and fabulously talented women in this business. And as a matter of fact, I'm actually working with a female director on a Western.
Oh, that's great.
Coming up. So we're really excited about that.
Right.
And that's going to film in the Midwest.
Oh, that's super.
So, right. So we're very excited about it. But I think that the number of opportunities are a little bit more limited for the ladies.
Do you know, I wonder if there's an intern program that you could go on to do. With women in film, you can. They have intern programs all the time to get behind the scenes as a director or a writer, as well as an actress. What do you think?
that would be great.
I know there's a lot of people that are out there that love writing, that are creative, and I'll tell you, it's funny, I have to share a story with you guys. When we did our first television show, which was called Kathryn's Storybook Tree, a long, long time ago, we had to write for the permission to use stories on our TV show for kids. So my daughter and I wrote the first story that we did on the first show. And then after that, we got Disney to agree to let us use all their books and stuff like that. So to have your story become a cartoon or an animation or even a short could be really cute, don't you think?
Yeah, but the story isn't really like a short story. It's a story that has a process to it, and it's more of a, it has more of a background, if I would say so.
Okay.
It's more like you have an actress at like an actual movie.
Right, but shorts can be movies too, you know.
True,
right.
but never mind.
No, I don't mean it that way. I mean, am I right, Mike?
Absolutely. You know, Kathryn, one of the things about short films is they're a great way. It's a bridge.
Yourself?
It's a bridge to feature films, and it's a bridge to a career. There's a great movie that won a lot of Oscars. Goodness, and I'm going to blow the name of it right now.
Right.
But you know, J.K. Simmons won some Oscars, and the young, very young, he was 27 or 28 years old.
Right.
Won some Oscars, and it's a beautiful film about music, and it started as a short.
Right.
And I'm so sorry that the name is just escaping me right now.
you.
Right. The harder I
Right.
think about it, the further
Right.
it gets from my
And that's what I meant
tongue.
by that, Kelsey. Sometimes you begin with something like that, and then you grow into a bigger production, right? Because it takes how much money does it take to produce a film?
A lot. A lot.
The short answer is a lot. And you know, if you're doing a very small short that's 4 or 5 minutes, you can maybe do that for $10,000 or $15,000,
Right.
Depending on the crew and what they're willing to do for you. But
Right.
if you're talking about a full-blown feature, of course, it can go anywhere from $200,000 to $200 million, literally.
It's really amazing right now, you guys, because a lot of the things that you see on the famous Super Bowl, kids and a lot of teens that want to be aspiring actors or actresses create commercials that go on television. And don't they make a lot of money when they go on?
They
right?
do.
right? And the residuals that you get from it. So that's an idea too,
Yes.
is to write a commercial or do something for, you know, there's contests all the time, constantly, okay, that you can put in for. Even women in film have new screenwriters and new writers. Huh?
Commercials pay well as well. Like if you
Right.
don't have a movie coming up or anything like that, but you got a role in a commercial, you don't have to worry about your
Right.
pay for the week.
Right, think about Flo. I mean, can you imagine how rich she is?
Yeah, let's just say she's got a lot of money.
She's got a lot of money, and you think about, I would love to be the creator of the one little commercial that, or the little, not a gerbil, what's he called? The little green guy, you know, that's on.
The gecko?
The
For
gecko. Think about the gecko. Think about the money that was put into that.
For the voice.
And the voice.
The voiceover.
Right, the voiceover for that. So, want to do voiceovers?
That's fun.
That's fun.
That's
fun.
a lot of fun.
Right. And Mike?
I do voiceovers now. As a matter of fact, I just did one a couple weeks ago for a
And
commercial.
what was it?
It was for an insurance commercial down in Tennessee, actually.
Right. And those can be the wildest ones ever. I did one for at the Bengal Stadium. We did it, and it was for, I can't think, Persilec or something like that. It was some sort of a drug that I had to do. But do you know, when you first get into film, how long do you sit on the set? Right?
That is such a loaded question. You can
That's-
spend 16 or 18 hours in a day on a set.
Right.
And literally you might be in the set where the cameras are and the director is for 4 or 5 hours of that time.
And people don't realize what you, even as an extra, you know, if you're an extra, you can be there 15, 16 hours as an extra, especially for a television series or reality series. And sometimes you don't get to eat very much, which people don't understand, or you don't get to drink very much. You have to roll your hands, you have to roll your sleeves up and get your hands dirty, right?
That's right.
Yep.
And-
Literally, sometimes you actually have to do that.
You have to actually get dirty, right? So tell me, probably what's the most exciting, what would be the most exciting film you'd like to be in?
Oh, wow, that's a big question. I mean, it depends, honestly. Like, it depends on what aspect you're looking for.
Anne Frank.
That I read the book. That's a good story.
That's a good story, but that's a great character too, what she went through. Have you been to Germany? Have you seen, or have you been to over in any of the foreign countries where they've had the guest chambers or any of that stuff? Can you imagine what she had to go through? You know, and you read the story, you read the
Yeah.
book. So, or Annie.
That's a
or-
fun character.
That's a fun kind of character. What would be the character that you would like to do, Mike?
Kathryn, that's such a loaded question. You know, I don't know that right now I have a dream character.
Do you like drama? Do you like haunted movies? Science fiction? What?
I tend to go more towards drama, and right now we're developing some romantic comedies, actually. And I'm just really excited, not so much about me playing a character, but about the characters that are in those films, because they're such universal themes. And there are some characters that really stood out to me there. So I think I'm probably going to audition for a few of those roles.
Now, what I'd like to do is, let's start with a movie. How do we make a movie? Right? We're going to do
First-
that.
The first thing you need is money.
Well,
I mean,
you got to have a script first or something.
I mean, yeah.
You have
but
to have
I
some
mean,
writing,
like,
right?
yeah, but if you have like a base for a movie, then you got to have something to make it.
Okay, Mike, let's talk about it.
All right, sure. What we're going to do is, as a production team, we're going to find the story. We're going to find a writer and ask them to write a particular type of film, or we're going to find a script that's already been done, and we're going to kind of take charge of that film, whether it be through an option or all the different legal ways that we can go about doing that. And then, like Kelsey said, we're going to go right into the money.
You have to go into the money.
Got to work with the money first, and then what you want to do is get a solid director attached, and that person is going to then help you get really good, solid talent.
Right. And on that note, we're going to take a short break, and I want to remind the folks at home that you can see everything on KathrynRaaker.com. We have a YouTube channel. We're all over the place on everything from Time Warner to Comcast to every digital device. So that's really important. And we'll be right back on Timeless Performers with Mike Loos and Kelsey Lee.